Hello everyone. We're going to be working now on lesson 7, and as I mentioned, this is a very important lesson. In lesson 7, we're going to learn that these pronouns, he, his, him, her, and them, will all have the first consonant sound deleted. So remember that we talked about reduced forms. Reduced forms really means that we had more sounds, and when native speakers say these particular words that we're learning at a natural speed, the sounds reduce. We get fewer sounds. So instead of he, the pronunciation will be e. Instead of his, the pronunciation will be is. Instead of him, im. Instead of her, and instead of them, Okay, so let's get started. Sentence blending rules 1 and 2. Let's review the vowel sounds. These rules are all based on sounds. So the vowel sounds are A, E, I, O, and U. The consonant sounds are the rest of the alphabet, B, C, D, F, G, etc. Okay, we are learning these reduced forms right now. That's what we've been learning so far in this class. But reduced forms are the changes that happen to a word or words when a native speaker says them at a natural speed. That's one part of real English, and a very important part. But the second part is, how do these words blend together in natural spoken English? So rule number 1 tells us when a final consonant sound is followed by a vowel sound, the consonant sound moves to the vowel. Our example, send it. Okay, that's not natural English. But if we apply the sentence blending rule, we will see that the d sound moves to the I, and the real pronunciation becomes send it. Send it. Send it today. Now, rule number 2 just adds something to rule number 1. It says that if the final consonant sound is a t sound, a t sound, and if there are vowel sounds on each side of it, before it and after it, then the t changes to a d. Okay, we know that the D will move to the vowel because it's final consonant followed by a vowel. But before that happens, if it's a T sound and there are vowel sounds on each side of it, then the T changes to a D. At that point, the D moves to the vowel. Okay, so let's make it very simple. We have an example, got it. Okay, we look at the T sound or we listen to it. There's an ah before it. There's an I after it. So we have a vowel sound before it, a vowel sound after it. So this is basically going to be rule number 1, but before that happens, because there are vowel sounds on each side of the T, we're going to change the T to a D. Okay, so that's what we see on this chart, and now the D moves to the I. So basically, got it in slow English becomes got it. We got it yesterday. Now let's apply everything we know about real spoken English. We've learned reduced forms in this class, and if you're not quite sure of the forms that I keep referring to, they were learned in the beginning 8 Secrets to English Success. So you are very welcome to take that class first if you would like to. Okay, so how do we figure out how a native speaker is going to actually say a sentence? It's actually very simple. The first thing we do is look for the reduced forms that we've learned here. So reduced forms, as we mentioned, are gonna, what'ya, wanna, and so on. These reduced forms tell us how a word or words that are next to each other will really sound when a native speaker says them at a natural speed. Once we know how the word or words are going to sound, we need to know how the phrase will sound, how the words will blend together with other words. Okay, so let's take our example, to get it. This is slow English or written English. First thing we do is look for the reduced forms if we want to know how a native speaker will really say this. We learned in the beginning 8 Secrets to English Success that to becomes ta and get becomes get. So far we have to get it. Now we want to know how these words will blend together in a natural phrase. So we want to look at this phrase or listen to this phrase, and we want to know if either of these 2 rules that we just learned will apply. So we look at the T on get, and we notice there's an I sound before it and an I sound after it. So this is a T sound surrounded by vowels. It's going to change to a D sound. It's in the final position of the word, and it is followed by a vowel. We know that a final consonant followed by a vowel will move to that vowel. So the D moves to the I. Okay, so the real pronunciation of to get it is to get it. We want him to get it by Tuesday. We want him to get it by Tuesday. Okay, let's practice this in a real conversation. I'd like you to listen to the conversation and please answer the comprehension questions.
Can you help me?
Sure. What do you need?
Well, I'm going to mail these packages to my parents.
How fast do you want him to get them?
Faster than my brother got the package I sent him. I sent him the package last month. Do you know when he got it? Last week.
How did you send it?
I sent his package first class.
Wow. I sent my sister a package, and it only took her 4 days to get it.
Now check your answers.
Can you help me?
Sure. What do you need?
Well, I'm going to mail these packages to my parents.
How fast do you want him to get them?
Faster than my brother got the package I sent him. I sent him the package last month. Do you know when he got it? Last week.
How did you send it?
I sent his package first class.
Wow. I sent my sister a package, and it only took her 4 days to get it.
Let's look at a couple of these phrases and let's figure them out, how a native speaker will actually say them. Remember, we have 2 steps. The first step is to understand the reduced forms and find them. The second step is to apply any sentence blending rule that works in that sentence. So let's look at want them to get them. This is written English. So to find out how a native speaker will say it, the first step is to find the reduced forms. So in this lesson, we learned that them becomes We've already learned that to becomes ta, and get becomes get. And again, them becomes So far we have one to get Now we apply the sentence blending rules. So we look at the N on want, and actually a final T sound is often deleted. So it would be W-A-N-T and then E-M, but this is a final T sound, often deleted. So we're going to delete it. And the N sound is the last consonant we hear. So final consonant followed by a vowel will move to the vowel. So we get wanum. Okay, ta, and then we have get This is a T. We want to know if it's surrounded by vowel sounds. If there are vowel sounds before and after, and there are. We have I and surrounding the T. So the T changes to a D, and then it moves to the vowel. Okay, we get 'em. So number 2, the real pronunciation of want them to get them is want 'em to get 'em. I want 'em to get 'em. Okay, the next one, sent him. Okay, I sent him a package. Now, in this case, the final T is not deleted. It could be. We could say sent him if we say it really fast, but in this conversation, it wasn't said that fast. So we know step number 1, the him reduces to im. Step number 2, the T from sent moves to the I, and we get sent him. If we say it faster, the T will be deleted, sent him. Okay, so a little bit slower, I sent him the package. A little bit faster, I sent him the package. Can you hear the difference? I sent him the package. I sent him the package. Okay, number 3, the third one, when he got it. First step, we look for the reduced forms, so he becomes E. That's the only one. Then we apply our sentence blending rules. The N from when moves to the E, and we get whenny. Okay, now we've got it. We look at the T, the final T of got. It's surrounded by vowel sounds, so it becomes a D, and then it moves over. When he got it. Okay, so when he got it becomes when he got it. All right, so please listen for these phrases. Okay, let's go to the next level of listening, the higher level, and that is to fill in the blanks. Please listen, write the correct written English on a piece of paper.
Can you help me?
Sure. What do you need?
Well, I'm going to mail these packages to my parents.
How fast do you want 'em to get 'em?
Faster than my brother got the package I sent him. I sent him the package last month. Do you know when he got it? Last week.
How did you send it?
I sent his package first class.
Wow. I sent my sister a package, and it only took her 4 days to get it.
Now check your answers.
Can you help me?
Sure. What do you need?
Well, I'm going to mail these packages to my parents.
How fast do you want 'em to get 'em?
Faster than my brother got the package I sent him. I sent him the package last month. Do you know when he got it? Last week.
How did you send it?
I sent his package first class.
Wow. I sent my sister a package, and it only took her 4 days to get it.
Okay, everybody, how did you do? Now, I've been doing this a very long time, and everybody says this is the toughest lesson, the toughest chapter. So do it again. You can do it as many times as you want to. But anyway, the next lesson is going to be much easier.